Grammy and Academy Award winner.
They broke the mold when they made Elton John.
Sold more than 3. Rocket Man, Captain Fantastic, the Madman.
I'm a bit of a diva.
This weekend, we're celebrating the music of Sir Elton John on the Rock.
Sorry, yellow.
Rocket for 2.
Abby got inspired.
Astra Radio Studios. Your station for the
1, 2, check.
KWHK Hutchinson, 95.9 HKFM.
The following is a presentation of the Ad Astra Sports Network, broadcasting from the Ad Astra Radio Studios. It's time for exclusive coverage of Buhler Crusader basketball, streaming online at adastraradio.com, on your smartphone with the Ad Astra Radio app, and on your smart speaker with TuneIn. Your home for Crusader sports, HKFM.
Alan Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hutch are proud supporters of high school. Hope you have a fun and memorable and most of all, healthy season. Be safe. Alan Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the giant corner of Lorraine and 30th in Hutch, or online 24/7 at alansamuelshutch.com. Come by. Let's be friends.
HKFM.
Well, 5.9 HKFM, also streaming on the Ad Astra Radio app and on the Crusader Sports Network, powered by Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas. Hi, everyone. Aaron West courtside, along with Chris Shank. Our cameraman, Colton Hines, tonight is a little bit late. His game moved to 7:30 here tonight from Winfield between the Vikings and the Crusaders. JV game going on right now. And Buhler with 5:24 to go in the game, in control, 38-20. And I joked with you, Christopher. All of that means is that we get to come back down here later in the year. So they plan to reschedule that boys game at some point. You never want to give one up that you feel pretty confident that you're going to win. It's never guaranteed.
You're going to need that W. And not that it's a guaranteed win, but it's a game that really, when the Crusader boys get the opportunity to play Winfield, it should hopefully go the way of the Crusaders.
Absolutely. Of course, the sweep of El Dorado in the Fieldhouse on Tuesday. In the ladies' game, Buhler won 53-22. Off an El Dorado turnover, Marin Lackey hit a transition three to open the game. They scored double digits in the first three quarters and forced a running clock in the fourth en route to their first win of the season. A big night for Abby Utsi, the senior, with 16 points, including this bucket in the first half. Off their bench commits the foul, third team foul. Utsi on the inbound to the bucket for two. So I think her senior leadership, her ability to drive with the ball and to open up opportunities for other players, I think key for them, and key for them being successful going forward.
Yeah, I mean, with the Crusaders only having the two seniors on the team, her being able to step up and play aggressive and play tough. And really, a lot of those buckets inside, they were really contended. And she showed a lot of strength and courage going into traffic and going up strong and racking up.
In the JV game, and they look really good, but there's such it's hard to quantify the difference when you as a freshman going against the upperclassmen who have 2-3 more years experience than you do, and that's just that gap only closes with time. So
yeah, because you think about it, I mean, a lot of those seniors, they're 18, sometimes 19 years old, going up against sometimes these freshman girls, 14, maybe barely 15. So there's a huge gap in just physical maturity as well as just experience.
Love the way Charlie Baxter and Natalia Krafels continue to develop inside as well. I think the best game of the year, and hopefully it'll bring some confidence for our guards in particular, in Taryn Horning and Gracie Ordu, who handled the ball so much, limited the turnovers, which created a lot more opportunities on offense on Tuesday. And as I mentioned, hopefully that'll give them some confidence going forward.
Yeah, this team, they've shown that they're not afraid to play physical. They've shown they're not afraid to play aggressive defense. And so it's one of those things that when you start limiting those turnovers, it increases confidence, and it increases just kind of that negative feeling, because you know how it is in a basketball game. If you're turning it over left and right, you can get all the stops in the world, but if you keep turning it over on offense, it just starts getting frustrating. And, it was just the thing that really stood out to me about Tuesday. It was such a clean game. And when you're the team that's forcing the other team to turn over, it's just such a better feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. So the ladies now 1-6 on the year, 1-3 in the league. They'll take on a 4-4 Winfield team. The Vikings 2-2 in the league, but they've lost 3 of their last 4. In the guys' game, looked like it might be a blowout at a couple of different points. Ended up being a tight one. Buhler beating El Dorado 78-74. Crusaders moved to 7-0, 4-0 in the league, second ranked In Class 4A, Grant Ricker had a big first half, helping Buhler build an early double-digit lead. 17 of his career best, 22 points in the first half. Big moment right at the end of the first quarter off of Isaiah Hernandez assisted a Jeffrey Neal 3 in the left corner. They can hold for the final shot. 8 seconds to go in the quarter. Off a high screen to feed. Jeffrey Neal has the open 3. Yes! That would get the lead to 11. Buhler built it to 13. Eventually 14 in the second quarter. Then El Dorado, one of their 2 big comebacks in the game, as they went on a 10-0 run at the end of the half to whittle the lead down to 9. Buhler would extend it to 20 at one point in the second half, but the big Wildcat comeback came with 5 minutes to go in the game. They scored 27 points in the final 5 minutes of the game, led by L.J. Bergstresser and Jeremiah Kimboy. Both of those 2 finished with 20-plus points. Buhler just good enough at the free throw line to win 78-74. Another big night for Jack Voth, who finished with 26 points. We mentioned the 22 from Grant Ricker, and then Isaiah Hernandez also in double figures with 15. Coach not really happy with the way his guys played in the second half. And sometimes I wonder if some of that's you get up. I mean, you're up 15, 20 points. Particularly in the second half, can be kind of hard to stay engaged at that point.
Well, and another thing, too, just thinking about the makeup of that El Dorado team, such good guards. You think about this, Aaron. I mean, any of those guards, whether it's Kimboy, Bergstresser, I mean, those are guys that could start and score 20 points for any team that we've seen so far this season. So when a team is guard-laden like that, they've got the ability to just really make big runs, and that's exactly what they did there in that third and fourth quarter.
Yeah, of course, Buhler's got some pretty good guards, too, to go along with the inside combination of Willard Trask and Voth. When the offense is flowing for them, when they're moving up and down the floor like they want to and sharing the basketball, they look really good.
Yeah, I know that was one of the things Coach was most disappointed about. Just felt like the guys down the stretch didn't share the ball well. But part of it, too, you think about this with the Crusaders battling some of the COVID stuff. We've been missing guys any given night, and just you take 1 or 2 kids out of a rotation, just makes things a little different and makes people a little bit more uneasy. So hopefully we can get past all this Corona stuff and get it to where, here in a week or so we've got everybody and we'll have everybody the remainder of the year.
Yeah, they were without Wade Meyer, who I thought would have been a key piece guarding some of that athletic length for El Dorado on Tuesday. The scary thing about that is, of course, they'll try and make the Winfield game up, but man, you're missing the wrong guys in the wrong game, and that could really hurt your season. Yeah,
you're exactly right, and it's just crazy this year. I mean, what it's been, with how many games across the Ad Astra Sports Network we're supposed to broadcast tonight, how many of them got kiboshed because of COVID. It has really just ratcheted up statewide in the last week or so.
Yeah, I think what it'll probably lead to is, remember 2 years ago, last year, I guess, a similar fashion where you had teams in the postseason that hadn't played a full 20 games, and we'll probably see some more of that.
Yeah, I was visiting with some folks earlier today, and just, these regular season games, they'll try really hard to reschedule. But I tell you what, next week, any of those midseason tournament games that get kiboshed,
they're just gone.
Yeah, I mean, because it just, and unless you go out and just find somebody to make something up with somebody not on your schedule, teams really have the opportunity to lose multiple games next week.
Well, we'll stay here for the final 16 seconds of this JV game. Sammy Brooks at the line for Buhler. Missed a front end of a 1-and-1. Her team up 42-25. Lady Crusader JV. We don't get too much of an opportunity to see the JV, but going to get a nice win tonight. Down to 2 seconds, now 1 second, and that'll be the ball game. As Buhler will win it in our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard, 42-25. So no boys game tonight. Girls coming up. We'll take a timeout, take an opportunity to look ahead to next week's Salina Invitational. We'll do that when we come back here on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
On the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. Visit Midway Motors on 30th Street in Hutchinson or online at midwaymotors.com. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Crusader basketball on HKFM.
Parking lots and driveways can be expensive to install. This is Derek Fees. Let APAC Kansas Shears Division help you properly maintain these investments. Patching, crack filling, sealing, and striping are just some of the services we provide. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112.
Hi, this is Cliff Ray with Ray & Sons Roofing Company, and today I brought our 4-year-old grandson, Brogan. Brogan, did you know Ray & Sons Roofing is 80 years old this year? Do you know what that means?
No, Papa.
It means we have a lot of experience. Brogan, did you know we have been the best of the best every year? You know what that means?
What, Papa?
People trust us, and that's a very good thing. For a free inspection or estimate, go to rayandsons.com.
Roof the right way, the right way.
HKFM.
Well, hi, everybody. Welcome back on our Midway Motors drive to the game. Midway Motors, family owned and operated, committed to making our communities a better place to live. Visit one of their 6 locations throughout central Kansas. Midway Motors, for every mile of life. Crusader basketball tonight, brought to you by Hutchinson Community College, by the Mid-Kansas Credit Union, by Dix Phillips 66, New Feltz Flooring, and by Daylight Donuts. We look ahead to next week's Salina Invitational on the girls' side. Buhler draws the number 6 seed. He'll take on 3 seed Andover at 3 o'clock. That tells me a 1-win team and a 6 seed that in the bottom half of that bracket, there's some winnable opportunities there. You look at Abilene that's struggling this year. Salina South, Buhler, I think down the stretch, a couple of things have gone differently, had a chance to win that game. And so even though, you're probably not going to be favored or expected to win in that Andover matchup on Thursday, I think going forward, depending on who you match up with, there are some winnable games there.
No doubt. And you think about last year, I mean, Buhler, had some games down the stretch in the SIT that almost got the win. And, it's always that field in Salina is always really tough, but hopefully be something that the Lady Crusaders have a little confidence tonight. If they were so lucky to get a W tonight, it'd be great to, win 3 or 4 games in the next 2 weeks.
Some weird things happen in that SIT too. So on the guys' side, Andover got beat on Tuesday night by Mays, and so that pushed Buhler up to the 1 seed. They'll take on Salina South for a second time this year. Of course, Buhler beat South back in the second game of the regular season by 10, and certainly on South's home floor, that's never going to be a gimme matchup. But this has been a tough tournament over the years for Buhler. A lot of good teams who mentioned Andover. Abilene's really good. Concordia. So there are no gimmies out there. But if ever, I think a year was set up for Buhler to have the ability to get to the championship game, it would be this one.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, Concordia and Abilene are both some of the teams that are chasing Buhler right now in 4A West, both with pretty substantial good records. You were talking about before we went on the air, just Wichita South coming out of the City League. They're typically pretty battle-hardened, and we know how good Andover is. We've dealt with them the last couple of years in this tournament. Yeah. And then Liberal, they're a WAC team. They play bigger schools, and it'll be. But like you said, this is a chance that Buhler could be competing for the big show on Saturday night next week.
Yeah, never want to look over anybody. Certainly those NCKL teams, some of the. But you look at an ABCTL or a City League, just the level of competition is so, separated by a good bit. So, and the City League, they play a little different brand of basketball. It's more of a half-court to, kind of playground type of game. A lot of athletes on the floor, and that's different than maybe what a Concordia would be used to seeing against an Abilene or a Marysville or somebody like that. So it'll be fun to watch next week. 6 games in 3 days, COVID allowing. And Friday and Saturday, there's a chance we could get the old back-to-back in different gyms. So can't wait. All right, we'll break down the Crusaders and the Vikings coming up. Buhler and Winfield just ahead here tonight. And see if the ladies can bring some momentum coming off Tuesday's win over El Dorado. More of our pregame in just a moment. This is Crusader basketball on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
Hi, Hi, this is Randy Gotti with the Buhler Booster Club. Check out their Crusader Closet at our next home football game. Our customized designs and inventory are continually updated, from seats to blankets, t-shirts and sweatshirts, shorts and joggers. Crusader Closet has you covered for all things Buhler. All sales support our Crusader students through the Buhler Booster Club. Like the Buhler High School Booster Club on Facebook to keep up to date and outfit your entire family with the Buhler gear they want at the Crusader Closet.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Hi, this is Dr. Dal Hunt with Buhler Dental Care. You're listening to Crusader Basketball on 95.9 HKFM.
And we're back on our Midway Motors drive to the game. 1-6 Buhler, 4-4 Winfield. Vikings have a 2-game win streak in this series, including an overtime win here in Ollie Thomas last February, 63-59. There were 53 free throws shot in that game. It was a long one. And Winfield snuck away with a win by 4. They were +9 from the three-point line. Interesting as you look what the Lady Crusaders have to do well tonight. Of course, we talk all the time about the turnovers. But any Jason Van John coach team is going to play a little bit of everything on defense. And hard to tell what they'll throw at them. Buhler's got to be ready for that. They've got to be poised and not get rattled, not get rushed early, and get themselves out of the game in the first quarter.
Yeah, and, Buhler's guard play, I really think back to, the Augusta game. Buhler late in the game, started running a little bit on Augusta, started having some success. So, there's been some flashes of brilliance, against that full court pressure. And but like you said, the key thing is if they do come out and press, be calm, cool, and collected, and try to burn them deep.
Yeah, and I think also who will win that battle down low. We mentioned Abby Utsi being a key piece. How Baxter and Krafels continue to get better. And the Vikings have those 2 bigs, Green inside the senior, and then Aaliyah Morey, who's just a really fantastic sophomore who I think is going to be really good next 3 years in this league. Who wins that battle down low, and which team can get the other in foul trouble could be important.
Oh, definitely, because, when everybody's been talking to me all week long, what can you tell me about Winfield? I mean, the thing that just stands out is their 2 bigs, and 2 very different players as far as, one has a lot more finesse than the other. But this is the type of game that if you don't box out well, they can just collect offensive board after offensive board. So to me, that's really going to be the matchup. If we can hold them to a draw down low on the boards, I like our chances tonight.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how deep Buhler goes with its lineup. They went to, 15, almost 15 deep, 12 different players scored on Tuesday. Of course, a little bit of a different situation with El Dorado. The Vikings, they've struggled a little bit here. Got off to that really good start, 3-1, but they've lost 3 of 4 and are only averaging 30 points a game in those last 3 losses back-to-back to McPherson and Circle. I honestly was a little surprised about the Circle loss. So you got to think if you're Buhler, if you play good defense tonight, you take care of the ball and, limit the foul situation. You're right around 30 points in the fourth quarter. You've got a chance, I would think.
Yeah, this is definitely a team that offensively hasn't really put up the points where you just are really afraid, like, gosh, these guys average in the 60s or whatnot. This is a team that, scoring-wise, if Buhler can play their game, they can keep up with them offensively.
Now, well, the big difference comes to the 8 seniors the Vikings have on their roster. They have 3 starters back from last year. Of course, just the 2 seniors for Buhler in Marion Lackey and Abby Utsi. But, Winfield always seems like over the years, again, just kind of helter-skelter the way they play defense. They overplay the passing lanes a lot. And so that'll be something key tonight. Can't force anything. No lazy passes up around the perimeter. Those will get you in trouble.
Yeah, they will, like you said, they'll attack the passing lanes, and but the backside of that is if you can make good passes, get behind him.
Somebody's open.
Yes, have the opportunity. But, I always like watching Coach Ben John's teams play. They play hard, they play aggressive, and, it's going to be a scrap match tonight, which I really do like the scrappiness of this Lady Crusader team.
Yeah, absolutely. And they typically chuck a lot of threes, too. So, you can live by it and you can die by it, right?
Yeah, and kind of their strategy with them having the big post players, they have the luxury of being able to shoot a lot of threes because they're counting on, well, even if we miss, we've got the ladies underneath that can board. So that to me, really, if we can board against these ladies tonight, that's going to be a big indicator of what kind of success we're going to have.
I really like Maury, just watching her warm up again. She's got length. She can be a shot blocker. Really can be a difference maker. And so anytime you're going against those bigs, too, I always think, especially for those smaller players, you're not going to jump shoot over an Aaliyah Maury. You're going to get your ball swatted out of the gym. So really got to get into the body and force contact.
Yep, get him into foul trouble, or just try to, break past him on your fast breaks.
Long drive down here, longest drive of the year, and tough night for the C team tonight. And boy, got that early game, a little bit of a different schedule tonight. Ride the bus for 2 hours, and then you've got to get off and play a game. That's tough.
Yep, and the C team is in action tomorrow, over in Cheney in the freshman-sophomore tournament over there. So they tip off at 9 tomorrow, so they're going to be it's going to be a short turnaround getting home late from Winfield tonight and being in Cheney tomorrow morning.
A lot of basketball this time of year with those freshman tournaments and C team tournaments, and then, of course, mid-season, the SIT next week. And then it goes, seems like after you get out of that tournament, then it goes really fast. February will go like the blink of an eye. There's going to be some tough games in February, too, coming up to get you set for the postseason. Ladies rankings, Liège, Wamego, Wellington, Eudora, Andale, the top 5. We'll see Andale on February 4th in the Fieldhouse. Clearwater, Lewisburg, Rock Creek, Labette County, and Ottawa, the top 10. I still think McPherson is going to factor into that top 10 before the end of the year. Well, still a little bit of time here. Coming up, we will talk about what else is happening around the league. Our games around the network, Christopher, you mentioned there's only one other one tonight, as we've had COVID casualty after COVID casualty, and I have a feeling that that's going to be that way for a while. So.
Yeah, I think next week, most of the tournaments that we're broadcasting from have already had games changed up, and I have a feeling over the weekend they might even change some more.
Yeah, absolutely. In Sterling, they've delayed their tournament a day, just trying to get all the teams in. So a lot of that on the horizon. Crusader basketball tonight brought to you by the Buhler Booster Club, by Hutchinson Family Dental, by Jackson Meat, by Rise Up Reno Prevention Network, and by Adams Brown Strategic Allies and CPAs. We'll come back and talk about our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard in 2 minutes. Crusader basketball on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
The Midway Motors Drive to the game on HKFM. We're just moments away from Lady Crusader basketball. Stream tonight's game live on your smartphone or tablet with the Ad Astra radio app, powered by Next Tech Wireless.
Hey, sports fans. All great teams include a great defensive strategy. That's what insurance is all about. Strategy to defend you, your family, and your possessions. This is Jordan Fee. I'm proud to help our clients plan their strategy of protection through the broad range of services we offer at Fee Insurance Group. Call to find out how we can protect your health, life, property, business, and even your retirement savings. Since 1883, we've been here to stand between you and risk.
Visit FeeInsuranceGroup.com, your local trusted choice agent.
Have a smile you want. Come and see us today. We have time for you. Open Friday and Saturday.
Hi, I'm Dr. J. You can have the healthy, beautiful smile you deserve. Come see me today at Hutchinson Family Dental.
Dr. J. Stuckey. Hutchinson Family Dental.
Oh, that's what it is.
Just like Hutch has been synonymous with salt dating back to its discovery here in 1887, Cargill is synonymous with salt.
Yeah.
Cargill Salt of Hutch. Proud to support the schools of Reno County. Collaborate, create, succeed. Cargill Salt of Hutchinson.
We're warming things up at Next Tech Wireless with a great gift. Black Friday and beyond, you'll get a new device on us up to $9.99. That includes the new iPhone 13 Pro and Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3. Bring your number to us and get a $100 Visa gift card today. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is ready to get you set up and will even put a bow on it. Come visit, call, or text us at 877-621-2600. We are Kansas.
HKFM.
Back here on our Midway Motors drive to the game. Our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard from regular teeth cleanings to advanced periodontal work. Your hometown dentist is Buhler Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch elsewhere around the league. Tonight's Circle at McPherson. El Dorado at Augusta not happening tonight. That has been postponed. Wellington at Clearwater. Andale at Mulvane Collegiate at Rose Hill. And, of course, Buhler here at Winfield. Just one other matchup on the network tonight. Features Sedgwick at Inman. And that game on our @Astro Sports Network tonight with streaming coverage online at astroradio.com and on the @Astro Radio app. Sterling College will be on the road. And speaking of Winfield, they'll be here tomorrow playing at Stewart Fieldhouse against the Southwestern Mound Builders. Those games at 3 and 5. And Scott Hogan will be on tomorrow at 2:45 with our Alden State Bank drive to the game. Wrestling in Hayes tomorrow. Then next week, swimming competes at campus on a Tuesday. Swimmers at home won their second meet of the year earlier this week. A host of PRs. I know Mitchell Cross had a school record set in one of his events, I believe.
In the 500, which watching kids swim the 500, Aaron, that is the longest race in high school swimming, and it is truly a marathon, and fun to see that young man continue to knock down and improve his own records.
And Colton, I think your brother had a pretty good meet too.
Oh yeah, he had a really good meet. It's just one of those things that, you know, it's kind of a brotherly rival. Just every meet you go, you know, you just kind of try to compete with the other.
Are you saying there's a chance you think you could beat him?
Oh, no way, but but every time I just
checking.
Try.
We'll work on that. Bowling, by the way, of course, they got their season started at home this week. Ladies won, guys finished second, and they'll be home again this coming Tuesday against El Dorado. It's NFL playoff weekend. Chiefs play Sunday night against the Steelers. Big Ben play football if you're an NFL fan.
Yeah, I've been seeing it on social media calling it Big Ben's retirement party, which I've never been a Roethlisberger fan.
Out there, running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire again. He's been out for a couple of weeks with an injury, so no Edwards-Helaire tonight. And it's the same in college, in the pros. I know college basketball is really dealing with it pretty big time, and in the NFL too. You know, COVID could completely change the outlook of any of those games too. So
one key member of any team is not available, and it changes the makeup of the game immensely.
Yeah, imagine if Patrick Mahomes tested positive this weekend before the game. That would.
Yes. I don't know if Chad Henne quite has the same gas in the tank that Mahomes has.
All right, we'll come back. Starting lineups and the opening tip next. Here from Ollie Thomas Gym in Winfield. Crusader basketball on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
This has been the Midway Motors Drive to the Game on HKFM. The HCU Investment and Insurance Services starting lineups and tonight's opening tip are next. You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Precision. You might not see it, but it's inside every pound of the Countryside Feed family of feed rations. Livestock nutrition mixed so meticulously that even when delivered by the ton, these ingredients are measured precisely to the ounce. And that shows up in more pounds at the scale and more milk in the tank. To learn more, go to countrysidefeed.com or stop by and see us in Hillsboro or Mound Ridge.
Your livestock need top quality feed, made with pride by Countryside.
At H&R Block, we're here all year at tax time or anytime to help get answers for your tax questions. Stop by H&R Block in Hutch at 2nd and Washington, on the Square in Lyons, or in downtown Ellsworth today. Get your taxes won at H&R Block.
Hi, this is Jade with IdeaTech. We love bringing internet freedom to the residents and businesses of Buhler, Kansas. IdeaTech is a proud supporter and the preferred internet provider of the Buhler Crusaders. As the Crusaders know, speed wins. We back up our lightning-fast internet with a customer-first philosophy. That means you'll talk to a live person from our offices in Buhler when you call in. If you're not already a customer, go to ideatech.com and click on Check Availability, or call 620-543-5000 to inquire about our services.
Yoder Meats is way more than just meat, but if you're looking for grain-fed, locally raised, antibiotic-free, and no-hormone-added beef, Yoder Meats is the place. Feed the family with your choice of bundles or smaller butcher bags designed with a variety of meats to fit your needs. They have exotic meats too, and a wide variety of delicious cheeses, baked goods, groceries, specialty candies, gift items, and even products for your pet. Get it all at Yoder Meats in Yoder, open 10 to 6 Monday through Saturday. Find specials at yodermeatsks.com.
HKFM.
And we're back here at Ollie Thomas Gym in Winfield. Before we get to tonight's starting lineups, the Winfield High School Pep Band is going to present tonight's national anthem. There is your national anthem performed tonight by the Winfield Viking Pep Band. Starting lineups brought to you by HCU Investment and Insurance Services, located inside Heartland Credit Union on North Main in Hutchinson. Call Monty Cross at 669-0177. For the 4-4 Winfield Lady Vikings, 2-2 in the league under 10th-year head coach Jason Van John. They will start like this. A 5'2" junior, number 3, Crosby Curtis. She had 11 points in the February meeting last year, 2 of 4 from beyond the arc in that overtime win for the Vikings. A 5'6" senior, number 4, Haley Shelton. A 6'1" senior, number 15, Nevaeh Green. A 6'2" sophomore, number 23, Aaliyah Morey. Morey with 21 points in the 2 games combined last year. She was 9 of 12 in that overtime game from the free throw line. And a 5'8" sophomore, number 34, Zariah Driver. Again for Winfield, Curtis, Shelton, Green, Morey, and Driver. For the 1-6 Lady Crusaders, 1-3 in the league under second-year head coach Sierra Mitchellstetter, who again had surgery for a detached retina earlier this week and is still not here tonight. So St. Paul's will do the head coaching duties this evening. Their starters in one guard, a 5'10" freshman, number 2, Natalia Crafels. Natalia averaging 6.5 points and 5 rebounds a game. A 5'4" junior, number 5, Taryn Horning. Taryn had 4 points in the win over El Dorado on Tuesday. And a 5'9" senior, number 11, Marin Lackey, averaging 3.5 points a game. Down low, a 5'9" freshman, number 22, Charlie Baxter. Charlie, 3.5 points, 2.5 rebounds a game. She can run the point as well. And a 5'9" senior, number 25, Abby Utsi, her career high 16 on Tuesday night. 6.5 points, 6 rebounds a game. Time to play soccer next fall at HCC. Did that this week. Crafels, Horning, Lackey, Baxter, and Utsi. The Lady Crusaders average 31 points a game. Going on with 32 rebounds, now shooting 29% from the field. The Vikings averaging 30 points, 38 points, but just 30 in their last 4 games while giving up 40. Peter will be in their road black uniforms tonight with the maroon trim and maroon numerals. The Winfield Vikings in their home whites with blue trim and blue numerals. Here at West, Crochet, Colton Hines with you from Ollie Thomas Gym in Winfield. And we are set for Crusader basketball here on KWHK Hutchinson.
Well, tonight is so much of an opportunity. This is a new experience for this team this year, coming off their first win of the season, to see can they take that step forward and try to get 2 wins in a row.
Well, it'll be good to come out with some good energy early and take care of the basketball.
It's a classic game that if the Crusaders can just hang around, the longer they can hang around, the better I like their chances.
Maury at 6'2" will tip for Winfield. It'll be Natty Crafels at 5'10", the freshman. And the Vikings will control left to right. We are underway with Crusader basketball. Crosby Curtis at the point, dumps off to Shelton. Out front, Driver. Near side circle to Curtis. Up top now, Curtis with the basketball. Feeds far side circle to Driver. This is Nevaeh Green. Just underway, first quarter, right side circle, Curtis. Green bobbles the ball out of bounds in front of the Buhler bench. And a good defense. Vikings really looking for a lane to get the ball inside to Maury. Buhler did a good job shutting off those passing lanes and forcing a turnover.
Yeah, the Lady Crusaders came out in a tight man-to-man and forced the turnover.
Tough pass the other way. Knocked loose inside. Trying to pass the ball over the head of Aaliyah Maury is going to be tough.
Yeah, when you're dealing with a team like Winfield that has the height and size that they do, those long passes over the lane are kind of a no-fly zone.
Ball goes off Zariah Driver out of bounds. It'll be Buhler ball. We're out of the basket to our left. And Taryn Horning off the bounce, plays it to Crafels, right side circle. Nat trying to drive through 2 Vikings. Ball knocked loose, saved by Horning. Plays it up high to Baxter. 7:09 to play in the first. Charlie Baxter with a left-handed elbow jumper missed. Rebound Vikings.
Good looking shot by Charlie, just couldn't get it to fall.
Crosby Curtis left to right will bring it across the timeline. Picked up by Taryn Horning. Boy, near steal by Baxter on Driver. Now Driver inside of the lane, and the bucket shot too strong. Rebound put back good by Aaliyah Maury. So much length inside, and the Vikings lead 2-0.
Yeah, Abby Utsi had good position that time, but Maury just went over the top of her to get the board and put it back for 2.
Taryn Horning left side circle, dumps it off in the corner. Marin Lackey 3, and that is long. And a rebound inside, ripped away by Nevaeh Green. She's going to be a tough young lady to get the ball away from. Very strong on the inside.
Yeah, this is really a post-driven team, Winfield is.
Vikings the other way with Maury at the foul line. Driver to the right side circle, looking inside. Green ball poked away. Good defense by Crafels from behind. Buhler forces a second Viking turnover.
And how do you beat size with speed?
Marin's open 3, right wing the other way, missed. Baxter, rebound, put back, foul line, no. Ball tapped into the hands of Horning. And the Crusaders will have a third try here on the offensive end, looking for their first bucket. Utsi inside, dumps it to Crafels, jumper good.
Great unselfish pass that time by Utsi. The defenders collapsed around her. She has split them, hit Crafels right in the middle for 2.
2-2 game, 5:35 to play here in the opening period. Vikings with the ball. This is Driver down the right side lane line and score it. For the Vikings, it's 4-2.
Well, you can see why Driver's starting as a sophomore. That was a very smooth move down the right side of the lane.
4-2 Winfield after the Driver layup. Just a sophomore at 5'8". Horning the other way baseline jumper blocked out of bounds by Driver. And a whistle stoppage of play here. 2 Vikings rotate in.
Yeah, Horning's giving up about half a foot there to Driver, and Driver went up to swat the block out of bounds.
Holly McIntyre, 5'7" senior, checks into the Viking lineup, as does Z Witcher, a 5'6" senior, and we've got a timeout on the floor. 5:09 to play in the first. 4-2 Winfield. We're back in 30 seconds on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
Neufeld's Flooring, your experts in design and installation of carpet, tile, wood, and vinyl floor covering. Proudly sponsoring Buhler High School activities, Neufeld's Flooring in downtown Buhler.
At Dick's Phillips 66, our family has kept motorists on the road for nearly 60 years. Hi, this is Janet Dick, inviting you to stop by our locally owned station at 1215 East 4th in Hutch. Dick's offers top-tier gasoline, grab-and-go food options, and friendly service. Wherever you're headed, every journey begins with a stop at Dick's Phillips 66, 4th and Stevens in Hutch.
HKFM.
Live tonight from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. Allen Samuels, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Hutch. Come by, let's be friends. Peter Ball out of the timeout. Utsi looking inside the Crayfles. Boy, a lot of traffic in that lane. Ball knocked away and stolen by the Vikings, up 4-2.
Yeah, Crayfles is bracketed by at least 2 or 3 defenders there.
Z Witcher's got the ball at the left elbow, guarded by Utsi. Boy, great defense. Horning with a near steal. They find an open Shelton for 3, and it banks in from the right wing. Haley Shelton adds 3 onto the Vikings score, and it's 7-2, their largest lead at 5. 4:37 to go in the quarter. Now Crayfles down low on the left baseline. Off to Utsi. Utsi back in that lane. Crayfles with a jumper is pure, and Natalia's got 4, and it's now a 3-point game, 7-4.
And Natalia did a great job of putting a lot of arc on that shot over the top of the Winfield defender.
Vikings the other way. Shelton on a crossover. Dumps it left side circle to Witcher. Back to Haley Shelton. Now near side. Nobody home for a pass to the right wing. Mel Malbick had rotated inside, not home. Curtis, Maury, and 2 starters rotate back in for the Vikings here. Buhler with Horning, Baxter, Crayfles, and there's a 3 left wing. Charlie Baxter, yes, and it ties the game at 7.
Great looking shot by Charlie. She had her feet set perfectly, released the ball with a lot of confidence to tie the game.
Now Leah Maury the other way gets in the lane, and a whistle and a foul called. So Horning, Baxter to hit that 3. Crayfles and Utsi on the floor. And 2 new Crusaders in the game for the first time tonight. A freshman guard, Gracie Ord, on the floor, averaging 4 points a game. And Kaylin Seeley, 5'9" junior, checks in for the first time as well in a 7-7 game. 3:51 to go in the first. 3 right wing missed. Rebound, Abby Utsi along that baseline.
Great board by Utsi there. Lots of trees to deal with, but she got the board.
Horning driving across the timeline on the defender, plays it to Utsi. There's that overplay in the passing lane as Curtis picks off the pass. Really got to be careful with your passes around the perimeter against these Vikings. There's a drive inside, and stumbling and falling down, Holly McIntyre with the ball. Let's see what they call here. Is it going to be a jump ball? I believe yes. The arrow pointing the way of the Vikings. Substitution here is Zariah Driver.
Kind of interesting.
Back in replacing Z Witcher.
Not a single official signal jump.
They didn't signal anything.
Yeah.
But it has to be a jump ball,
Yep.
is it not?
Yeah.
At which point, interesting, they will change the arrow at the scores table. And then the Vikings try a jumper inside, missed by Maury. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Buhler ball.
Well, the nice thing for the Lady Crusaders, really playing tonight like they can play with this Winfield Viking team.
Winfield picks up pressure. Here's Baxter in backcourt, and Charlie's going to be fouled. Malbick trying to seal off Baxter from getting across the timeline. And will pick up the foul. It'll be her first team foul, number 1, as Marin Lackey will return. And Charlie Baxter out of the Buhler lineup. Lackey will play the ball in backcourt. 3:16 to go in the first in a 7-7 game. And here's Taryn Horning. Horning picked up by Curtis at the timeline, right to left. Over to the right side is Kaylin Seeley. Corner 3-ball Horning, and it's off the back iron, missed. And going up a good couple of feet above everybody to get that rebound is Maury. So long Great vertical. Vikings the other way in a 7-7 tie. Driver up top with it, doing what she does. Drives and scores. And if you watch Christopher Zariah Driver, a couple of times she's gone to the basket, likes to go to the right.
Yes.
Got to force her the other way. Here's Lackey for three on the offensive end and score it for Marin.
Great answer there by Marin Lackey, her first bucket of the night, and that's the Lady Crusaders' first lead of the night.
That'll give Buhler their first lead. 2:25 to go in the first at 10-9. The Vikings inside the other way, count the bucket and a foul.
Yeah, that time Crosby Curtis just got behind Kaylin Seeley. She tried to defend the pass down low, and Curtis was able to get behind her and lay it in for two and get fouled in the process.
So Crosby Curtis, first points, will go to the free throw line. Abayutsi out, and returning is Gracie Ord for the Crusaders. Desa Deveni is also in for the first time. Desa, 6-foot junior. This is Crosby Curtis at the line, and the free throw is good to give the Vikings a 2-point lead. So 12-10 on the layup and the and one. Winfield by one. 2:15 to play here in the first. Ord has it out high, poked away by Curtis. Gracie will get it back.
Yeah, Winfield's dropped back to a 2-3 zone for the first time tonight.
And Kaylin Seeley in a pass to the near side in front of the Viking bench steps out of bounds with it. Curtis, kind of that patented Viking defender. We mentioned likes to play the passing lanes, very active with the hands. You got to be careful. Here's Driver again, inside, dumps it off, and a layup good by Nevaeh Green.
Yeah, if Nevaeh Green gets the ball anywhere near the block, she is money.
So it's a 4-point Viking lead. Buhler needs a bucket. Seeley dribbling through traffic, had the ball knocked away, and guess who? Yeah. Crosby Curtis. Hand on the ball again.
She's playing one of those top two defending spots on the 2-3 and just reached behind. Nice job batting it away out of Seeley's hands.
Vikings have led by as many as 5 in this quarter, up 4 here with the ball, and Curtis with the drive, missed the shot, but gets the rebound. Well, you can't let the 5'2" guard in there to start with and then to get the rebound. And a 6-point lead, and Coach Pauls wants a timeout here. 16-10, Vikings with a lead and 1:20 to go in the first. We're back in 30 seconds on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
Rise and shine. It's daylight time and time to go to your happy place. It's 2022 and the brand new you is all about enjoying the little things in life and being happy. Well, if it's smiles you love, you're in luck. We sell them by the dozen. 30th Street Daylight Donuts has Hutchinson's biggest selection of donuts made fresh every single morning. We're open every day at 5 a.m. or you can order ahead online at HutchinsonDaylightDonuts.com and we'll have them ready when you come. Stop in and see us, 1435 East 30th in Hutchinson.
Hi, this is Dr. Dal Hunt with Buhler Dental Care. You're listening to Crusader Basketball on 95.9 HKFM.
Crusader Basketball tonight brought to you by Ray & Sons Roofing, by Cargill Salt, the Sheila Metzger Agency, by the Medicine Shop, and by Midwest Iron and Metal. Winfield on a 7-0 run here to take a 6-point lead. Here's Taryn Horning out of the timeout, dribbling. Jump stop in the lane, missed, and a rebound. Boy, there's the smallest player on the floor getting another rebound in Crosby Curtis.
Yeah, she is a feisty player, very active, and somebody that you got to be aware of where she's at.
Vikings up 6 with the ball, and it's knocked loose. Natalia Krafels has returned for Buhler and commits a foul. It is Zariah Driver with the ball.
And Driver definitely the most dangerous player with the ball in her hands on the dribble penetration. But you mentioned it, Aaron, she loves to go to her right. Be interesting to see if she has the ability to go left.
That foul, the first on Natalia, third team foul. Charlie Baxter is also back in the game out there with Deveni, Lackey, and Horning. And good defense there by Gracie Ord. Forces a near, boy, that's an offensive foul. I'm sorry. Forced a near turnover, and then Nevaeh Green gets the ball and just boots Gracie Ord out of bounds. That is an offensive foul, but a bucket for the Vikings nonetheless. And it's 18-10.
Now steal as Marin Lackey tried to split the top two defenders on the zone.
Well, they got to stop trying to do that. Now the drive, shot missed. This time, Green along the baseline with a rebound, but Daisa DeVinny comes in to knock it away, and she's going to be whistled for a foul. It's going to put Nevaeh Green at the line as Abby Utsi is set to return for the Crusaders. That is at least 3 times now with that split of the defenders in the zone has created a turnover, and you just got to stop trying to do that. First free throw by Green, no good.
Well, they're taught, if you are a 2-3 person, the most dangerous place to attack the 2-3, they'd never want you to split the top 2 defenders, and Winfield really quick hands with those top 2 defender guards.
Especially when one of them is Crosby Curtis. Green, second free throw, missed it back iron. Natalia Krafels with the rebound. 18-10, Vikings with their largest lead. On an 8-0, make it a 9-0 run, and now they steal the ball away. A 5th Buhler turnover with 17 seconds to go in the quarter. Here comes Curtis. It's been a tough stretch after Buhler led by 1. Here is Curtis, left side circle. Up top to Z Witcher. Far side to Kinsley McCauley. Down to 1 second to play. Vikings are not going to get a shot off, and that'll get us to the end of the first. Well, a tough 2-minute finish to the first quarter after Buhler was up 10-9 on a Marin Lackey 3. The Vikings finish the quarter on a 9-0 run and lead by 8 here at the end of one, 18-10. We're back in a minute. Crusader basketball on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
Mid-Kansas Credit Union, serving Central Kansas from their locations in Moundridge and Buhler. Take control of your accounts and sign up for online banking at mkcu.com with features like remote capture deposit and online bill pay. Member owned and proudly supporting Crusader arts, athletics, and academics. Mid-Kansas Credit Union at 200 West 2nd in Buhler and in Moundridge. Member NCUA.
From their beginnings in 1989, WIFCO Steel Products has grown to be the premier supplier of storage tank hardware in the U.S. and Canada, and they're still growing. Apply today at WIFCOSP.com. WIFCO Steel Products, the experts in steel fabrication.
Whether you're looking to stock up your freezer or just looking for the perfect date night steak, we have you covered at Jackson Meat. From our meat bundle packages to fresh cut daily steaks, experience superior quality and customer service when you shop with us at Jackson Meat in Hutchinson.
HKFM.
Well, the good news, Buhler with double-digit points in that first quarter. Bad news is they've got to take better care of the ball. They'll start with it to start the second. Here's a 15-foot jumper missed. Right side by Utsi. Rebound out to Horning for 3. Missed. Rebound Utsi off the window and good.
Good way to start the second quarter. Utsi getting that bucket to get it back down to a 6-point game.
That ends a 9-0 Viking run. Crusaders score first in the second. Z Driver plays it off to Maury. Underneath to Driver. Tried the old alley-oop.
Wow.
And now Driver commits a foul on the rebound. Rebound brought down by Taryn Horning. Driver really nowhere to go with that ball underneath. And he's trying to kind of a reverse layup that hit off the bottom of the rim.
Yeah, kind of an awkward shot. And then even more awkward, the foul 90 feet from the basket. Coach Van John has his hands on his head. Any basketball coach, one of the most frustrating things is when a player can't tell when to pull back after they miss the offensive board.
Abby Utsi out high with it. And Curtis knocked it away. Utsi got it back. Off the bounce, Krafels in the lane against Maury. Baseline Horning, jumper missed. Terrence had some open looks. Not able to get that one to fall. And the Vikings with a rebound.
Yeah, weakness of the 2-3 zone is the perimeter, so hopefully the Crusaders can get a shot or two knocked down from the perimeter.
Witcher in the corner for 3, missed. Rebound, Taryn Horning.
Nice job by Taryn diving in and finding an open spot in the middle of the lane to get the defensive board.
Right to left, Horning into that lane, into Krafels. And coming in there to knock the ball away is Witcher. I don't know how she didn't travel with it. She fell down.
And then skidded on the deck.
Yeah. No call, Viking ball. Here is Crosby Curtis off right side circle to Zariah Driver inside Maury. Score it and a foul. And well, that was one of the things we talked about in the pregame tonight is Buhler can't get in foul trouble inside against those bigs. They need to reverse that and get themselves to the free throw line.
Yeah, Krafels having 2 fouls. It's not good news for Buhler. Hopefully she can get out of the half without picking it up her third.
Lead goes to 8. Second personal on Natalia Krafels. And Morey at the free throw line. Missed off the front iron, but the Vikings nearly got the rebound. Marin Lackey able to take it away at the last second. 20-12.
Good crafty move by Marin to get the board.
Utsi driving into the lane. And then nobody under the basket to throw it to. It throws it right out of bounds. Utsi got, well, she did everything right to the fact where she drove. She got the bigs to vacate their space down low, but nobody for Buhler rotated into that open area, and the pass goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I think she thought Krafels was going to zig when she zagged.
So the Vikings with the ball in the lead, 20-12, with 6 minutes to play in the half. Crosby Curtis up top to Shelton. Far corner three, missed. Ball saved underneath into the hands of Faith Miller, who is in the game for the first time. With 5.5 to go before halftime, the 5'6" sophomore. Miller's got it up top against that zone. Far side, Gracie Ord launches a three. Hit it out, no good. And Morey with a rebound. Ahead to Curtis. Ahead to Driver. Driver underneath. Layup too strong. Rebound taken by Sammy. Taken by Charlie Baxter. And then Baxter falls down. The ball goes out of bounds. And I think they're going to call it off of the Crusaders.
Yeah, it was a good play made there to set up Baxter getting the ball. Ord got her hand in there, got a piece of it, knocked it away. Try to prevent the easy bunny.
Amy Stallman into the Buhler lineup now, the 6' sophomore. As Nevaeh Green returns for Winfield. So it is Ord, Stallman, Miller, Utsi, and Baxter.
Buhler going 2-3 zone here.
Buhler with just one bucket, each team with one bucket so far in the second quarter. It's 20-12. They give it to Green at the elbow, far corner three, and that is good by Holly McIntyre.
McIntyre, one of the many seniors for this Winfield team, making her presence felt.
Lead double digits for the first time at 11. Three the other way, hits off the side of the backboard for Gracie Ord. And things not going well offensively right now for the Crusaders, down 23-12. Kind of thought you wanted to keep Winfield in the 30s for the game. Well, they're already to 23 here. Here's Green inside, missed. Morey with a rebound. And those two just working together. And now it's 25-12 and things getting away from the Crusaders.
Yeah, they have such a height advantage inside. It really makes it tough to get those offensive boards away from them.
Buhler coming away on the other end with too many empty possessions. Faith Miller knocks down an open three from the right wing.
Big bucket there by Faith Miller to get it back to a 10-point differential.
25-15, 4:09 to play here in the half. Vikings in their half court to our right. McIntyre off to Curtis, back to McIntyre. Drives around Ord, pull-up jumper, in and out, no good. Morey and Ord, boy, they're going to call that foul on the, they're going to call somebody out of bounds here.
I believe they're going to say that Morey stepped out. Actually, no, they're going to say, I guess Ord must have had possession for a moment because she was the only one that was really along the baseline.
I thought maybe they were going to get a foul on Gracie. I'm not sure how. I don't understand that call. They're going to give it to the Vikings on the baseline, and you better call that a thank you. Finally, as Morey just ran right over Abby Utsi to try and get to the inbound play, and they finally.
That's the first moving screen called on Winfield tonight.
They've been pushing our kids out of the way all night inside, and finally they call it. There's Horning across the timeline in a 10-point game. Curtis knocks it away. Taryn gets it back. Horning driving into the lane. Well, they've got to stop trying to split that top against Crosby Curtis. She's just too quick. Vikings the other way, up 10. 3:36 to go. Near steal by Ord, and then traveling called. And Malbeck will turn it over. We'll go back the other way.
Yeah, Mel Malbeck just drug her pivot foot enough to travel with it. Not happy with the call, but good one.
Horning off to Utsi. Utsi around Morey. Into the lane to Stallman, who gets tied up, and the arrow will go to the Vikings.
Well, when you're down 10 points like Buhler is at this point, you just got to try to chip away one possession at a time, try to get a stop, and try to whittle away at this Winfield lead.
Kaylee Myers in for the first time for the Vikings. 5'2" junior Zariah Driver also returning. Still Ord, Utsi, Stallman, Baxter, and Horning on the floor for the Crusaders. 3:14 to go here in the half. It's 25-15. Limited scoring by both teams in the second quarter. They're looking inside. And another offensive foul. More pushing inside. They're finally starting to call that. This time it's on Malbeck. And that'll be her second personal foul. Another Viking turnover.
Yeah, so half of Winfield's fouls tonight are on the offensive side. And so hopefully they'll continue calling it.
Somebody's got to help Gracie Orr. Now Coach Paul's forced to call a timeout as Orr not able to get the ball in bounds. 3:02 to go in the half. 25-15 Winfield. We're back in 30 seconds on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
When disaster strikes your home or business, call your hometown team. Call Phoenix Restoration. Hi, this is Robin Swanson. My husband Ryan and I and our team at Phoenix Restoration are proud to be Reno County's only locally owned fire and water restoration company. When the unthinkable hits your home or business, we are here to help. We'll put our 10+ years of experience to work to help you recover. Check us out at phoenixrestorationandroofing.com. Phoenix Restoration will help you rise again after your disaster.
Hi, this is Dr. Dal Hunt with Buhler Dental Care. You're listening to Crusader Basketball on 95.9 HKFM.
Tonight from Ollie Thomas Gym in Winfield from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. Buhler ball, and there is Crosby Curtis again, knocking the pass to Horning inbounds back behind the baseline. Buhler will reset again. Charlie Baxter to play it in. Now they'll get it to Horning. Horning against this full court pressure. Baxter traveled with the ball. Vikings really didn't press early in the game, and now they're starting to in the second quarter.
And with Buhler turning it over there, you can expect that the next time they make a bucket, they'll keep the press engaged.
Leah Morey returns here for the Vikings. And Malbeck goes out. 2:54 to go before halftime. Kaylee Myers with it. And looking inside to Nevaeh Green. They're going to get a reach in from behind by Emmy Stallman. That'll be the first on the Stallman.
Well, I liked what Emmy was trying to do, just denying the post-entry pass, trying to front Nevaeh Green inside, but just got her enough with the body.
Morey inside over Stallman. Missed the shot. Rebound loose on the deck. Morey comes up with it. Rebound. Oh, come on. Every time I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here. Every time she gets the ball inside, she clears out with her body.
Doing her best, Shaquille O'Neal.
Every time. They call a foul on Utsi, her second. Free throw at the line by Nevaeh Green. Clock stopped here. Either that or I sound like a sore loser. I don't know which. Green hits two at the line. 2:47 to go before halftime. It's 27-15. I guess a little physicality's okay, huh?
Yeah, and they have such a size advantage inside. It's one of those things Lady Crusaders are going to have to try to neutralize them.
Utsi racing up the floor with the ball in bounds. Got to watch. Curtis from behind swats it away at another turnover.
And if they didn't call it there, but Abby May got away with the travel.
Buhler is struggling in the second quarter. Z Driver inside, slipped, but gets around Baxter and scores. And it's 29-15.
Well, Zariah Driver, a very active wing.
Now Buhler turns it over again against the press. Marion Lackey to return, Abby Utsi out. Things have gotten out of hand here in the second quarter for the Lady Crusaders. Now being outscored 11-5 in this quarter. Here is Morey around Stallman inside, missed. Emmy with a rebound. Horning across the timeline to life count. She now gets it to Ord. Ord inside, jumper missed. Morey with a rebound.
It was a nice dribble penetration that time by Ord. She had a good-looking shot, just didn't finish.
Ahead to Curtis, into Morey. Pass knocked away by Lackey.
Yeah, for Buhler right now, being down 14 points, you'd like to try to get it down to 10 or less here before the halftime break. So Crusaders are going to have to get a couple possessions in a row with buckets.
Vikings are going to continue to press. Minute 27 left in the first half. Taryn Horning to play it in. To our left, off the bounce to Lackey, right side circle. Marin dribbling along the baseline, draws contact and a foul on Zariah Driver. That'll be her second. And team foul number 7 that should put Marin at the line for 1-1.
That's actually it's team foul number 5.
Team foul number 5. I'm sorry, I was looking at Buhler's team fouls. They have 7. Just the 5th on the Vikings. Lackey into Stallman and has her shot blocked by Morey.
Yeah, Morey's a 6'2 player that can jump.
Vikings back the other way. Morey from the right wing. Driving on Stallman. Help defense. And Kaylee Myers goes out. Well, you could not sub in 2 different players as Green goes in and Myers out. And a layup inside. Good by Aaliyah Morey. 31-15. Lead is 16. Shot inside the other way. Good.
Nice looking shot there by Baxter. For
halftime. This is Crosby Curtis splitting 2 defenders, and they whistle her for a travel. And we'll go back the other way. Buhler here could maybe potentially before the half. A 3 would get it to 11.
Be great to end here this half with a bucket on the final possession.
Vikings will not press this time. Gracie Ord will bring it up off the inbound from Desa Deveni. Ord over to the right side circle. Out of Horning, and another steal by Crosby Curtis. Plays it ahead, and layup good by Kaylee Myers.
I tell you what, Crosby Curtis is the guard that makes this Winfield team go on both ends.
Here's Deveni with a jumper at the right elbow, missed and goes out of bounds. It'll be Viking ball, 7 seconds. She's worth 2 or 3 players on,
yeah, I mean,
in a lot of cases.
So active on both ends of the floor.
Endless energy, too.
Yes.
Never gets tired. And she'll heave it up the floor. Desa Deveni deflects it out of bounds. I think Desa would have been better off just letting that go. Vikings will inbound with 2.9 left. You don't fault the hustle at all, certainly. So that pass sailed out of bounds. And your score 33 to the locker room here at halftime. Crusader basketball brought to you by Johnson Sheet Metal, by the Prairie Bank of Kansas, by Wade Patton Insurance, by Idea Tech, and by Whipco Steel Products. Our Prairie Bank of Kansas halftime report next on HKFM, the Crusader Sports Network.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of Crusader basketball on HKFM. Stay tuned for tonight's Prairie Bank of Kansas halftime report. Prairie Bank of Kansas serving Central.
Crafels from behind. To Crafels, jumper good.
Great unselfish pass.
Ways to make banking
convenient.
Like e-statements.
First bucket. We'll have a 3rd try here on the offensive end, looking for their first bucket. Utsi inside, dumps it to Crafels, jumper good.
Great.
Online at prairiebankks.com or visit one of our locations in Stafford, Buhler, Inman, or Hutchinson. Prairie Bank of Kansas. How banking should be.
Much like going to the doctor for a physical, we can perform a physical on your vehicle. Hi, this is Steve. Welcome to the full-service experience
we'll have a
Rock Auto Center. Allow us to do a complete
answer there by
and score it for Marin.
Preparing for holiday travel, batteries or brakes, we are your locally owned family.
Got to force her the other way. Here's Lackey for 3.
Visit us today in South Hutchinson or go to redrockautocenter.com. Red Rock Auto Center. We're here when you need us.
With Hutch Drugs closure, the medicine shop has been busy accommodating many of their customers. Whether you're a former Hutch Drug customer or a customer at another drugstore, the medicine shop works hard to provide a smooth transition when transferring your medications. Let us know and we can transfer your entire prescription profile. The medicine shop has several knowledgeable pharmacists and technicians to make your drugstore experience pleasant. Call or come by the Hutchinson Medicine Shop to make the medicine shop your pharmacy. The Medicine Shop in Midtown Hutch.
Coming up this weekend on Ad Astra Radio, Ochai Abaji scored 22 points for the KU Jayhawks, but it was an off-balance DeJuan Harris Jr. layup that lifted KU to a 62-61 victory over Iowa State. Now the Jayhawks get to play in front of the Allen Fieldhouse crowd yet again Saturday against the West Virginia Mountaineers. Tip-off is at 1 o'clock, and we'll have the Crimson and Blue pregame show starting on 94.7 KSKU at 11:30. Elsewhere in the Big 12, Kansas State was stunned in the final minute against TCU, losing by 3 points to fall to 0-4 in conference play. And now the 19th-ranked Texas Tech Red Raiders, who are 13-3 on the year and 3-1 in Big 12, come to town for an early 11 a.m. tip-off at Bramlage Coliseum. After the heartbreaking last-second loss to KU, Iowa State dropped to 1-3 in Big 12 as they'll return to Hilton Coliseum and take on the 21st-ranked Texas Longhorns. Oklahoma goes to Fort Worth to play the surprising 11-2 TCU Horned Frogs, and Baylor, whose 22-game win streak came to an end, now giving every team in Division I at least one loss, will welcome the Oklahoma State Cowboys to Waco. In Big 12 women's play, number 9 Iowa State is 15-1 on the year after coming from behind late to beat K-State in Manhattan. They play at Stillwater against the Oklahoma State Cowgirls. TCU is at Oklahoma. West Virginia plays at 13th-ranked Texas. Kansas State, ranked 25, looks to bounce back from their tough loss to Iowa State as they play at Texas Tech. And on Sunday, the 11-2 KU Jayhawks, fresh off of an upset over Texas, play the 14th-ranked Baylor Bears women's team at home. In the Wichita State Shockers, they desperately need a victory as they fell to 0-3 in AAC play with a 1-point loss to Tulane on Wednesday. They play at Cincinnati on Sunday, and you can hear that game on Kansas Rocks 100.3 with pregame starting at 11 a.m. Saturday on 95.9 KWHK, you can also hear Sterling College Warriors basketball. The Lady Warriors are now 18-1 on the year and 12-1 in KCAC play. They start things off against the Ottawa University Braves, while the men will try to get their first KCAC victory. Coverage starts at 2:45.
Stream tonight's game live on your smartphone or tablet with the Ad Astra Radio app and on your smart speaker with TuneIn. Powered by Next Tech Wireless. You're listening to the Prairie Bank of Kansas Halftime Report.
Come visit us at Buhler Dental Care. Our friendly and experienced staff is here to help give you the best care around, and we like to have some fun and get to know you while you spend time with us. From regular fillings, cleanings, dental implants, or even if we have to, extractions, we can provide the treatments you need. We are always accepting new patients, so be sure to call us at 620-543-2768 to schedule your next appointment or email online at drdalls@gmail.com. Buhler Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch.
At Adams Brown, our clients are the center of everything we do. Hi, this is Brett Henry. We're proud to have been named to the Inside Public Accountants Top 200 Firms for our 5th consecutive year. Adams Brown, Strategic Allies and CPAs, above and beyond.
Erickson Custom Building has a great plan and a budget suited for you and provides quality craftsmanship and superior customer service. We stand behind our work and have lasting relationships with vendors, suppliers, and most importantly, with you, the customer. Erickson Custom Building, proud to support all high school activities. Call 620-585-2816 or visit EricksonCustomBLDG.com.
HKFM.
Back here at halftime at a 33-17 game. So we recap some stats from the first half. Vikings 3 of 6 at the foul line. Buhler did not attempt a free throw in that first half. Buhler +3 from the outside. 9-6, excuse me. They won the 3 from Aaliyah Morey, 6 from Zariah Driver. Buhler got 5 from Charlie Baxter and 4 from Natalia Krafels. In the first half, we're talking about a couple of different things in the break. Number one, right now, Vikings just the more physical, using their size. I don't think it's an understatement, the havoc that that Crosby Curtis creates around the perimeter.
I would say just dribble away from her. Just kind of look at her as being radioactive because she is so.
And then just
gotten so many, Aaron. You think about how many second chance points. Those are being lazy, but just it's tough to box out somebody who's 6'2" or 6'1" when you're 5'8" or 5'9".
I may have complained about the physicality a little bit in the first half. Normally,
when they have that big of a size difference, it is tough to match up.
All right, see what adjustments Buhler can make for the second half, trailing 33 over the SIT at Salina South. Buhler plays the boys at 7:30 that night, and they'll play basketball. Brought to you in part by Midway Motors, by Fee Insurance, by APAC Shears, by H&R.
This has been the Prairie Bank of Kansas Halftime Report. Find Prairie Bank of Kansas online at prairiebankks.com. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Crusader basketball on HKFM.
And you can save the environment and put a little money in your pocket by bringing it to us at 700 South Main. Call us at 620-662-0551. Midwest Iron, recycling for tomorrow's
on Luther King Day, January 17th, 8:30 to 2 p.m. at Hutchinson High School. We have an incredible speaker, lots of activities, and don't forget pizza for lunch. We'll see you there, 8:30 to 2.
Well, hi, everybody. Welcome back here. Second half coming up from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. Allen Samuels, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep.
Stay away from Crosby Curtis, and if you do have the ball anywhere in her neck of the woods, get out inside with the big gals from Winfield.
Buhler turns it over, possessing to start the second half. Horning passing to Baxter on all of the Charlie and driver for Winfield. Here's a steal by Charlie Baxter. CB the other way, the ball knocked away. They're going to say it's off. Oh man, tough break there. I love the defense. You know I am high on Charlie Baxter.
Yes,
I love her. Just the toughness and the effort that she gives.
Well, you get 110% out of her no matter what, both sides of the ball, regardless of what
good
the score
defense
is.
by Merritt Lackey. Ball skips away from Curtis, but Maury. Poor Taryn Horning trying to guard Nevaeh Green there. Gets the ball back into Maury. Turnaround layup missed.
Good job by
Rebound Yutzi, who gets clobbered and then stepped on by.
Wow. Then got trucked, but no call.
And Yutzi tried to grab onto it to go out of bounds off Abby.
Well, the Lady Crusaders trying to, when they have that size deficit inside, just trying to reach in and tip it out. Hopes one of the guards can fetch it.
Buhler the other way. Baxter almost forces a turnover to driver inside Green, and they're going to whistle.
Wow.
Foul inside on who?
Abby Yutzi. They're going to get her for her third, and just a little shoulder contact, but there's shoulder contact galore.
They have not called that on the other end at all. Vikings with it inbounds. Here is Curtis along the baseline, and there is a foul on Taryn Horning.
So they'll get Horning with the reach there. Luckily, that's just Taryn's first foul, but second team foul on the Lady Crusaders this half.
Well, the Vikings student section is Emmy Stahlman returns for Buhler, so that is the first on Horning, second team foul of the half. I don't know, is it a cowboy look that they're going for?
I'm
the
almost thinking
and the jean shorts.
Some Daisy Duke action.
Yeah, it's like Dukes of Hazzard in here. Shot inside, Morey missed. I don't know, the big guy with the cowboy hat there, the eye in the Vikings. Maybe he could borrow Coach Vin John's bolo tie. Here's a right wing three missed by Charlie Baxter. And a rebound for the Vikings.
Funny you mentioned the bolo tie. I've watched a lot of basketball. I don't know if I've ever seen a coach with a bolo tie.
All right, here is Curtis in the front court. By the way, I get a $1 for mentioning the bolo tie.
You do? Okay. Well, I tell you.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
I don't know Coach Ben John from Adam, but just watching his
He's
mannerism.
a good dude.
Yeah, he seems like he'd be a fun guy to play for and just a guy that you'd enjoy visiting with.
Fouling Taryn Horning here. Meanwhile, there's a game going on. Her second. Team's third. Vikings play it in. Neither team has scored yet in the third quarter with 6:12 to play. Looking into Morey, double teamed by Crafels and Stallman. Shot missed, rebound tapped about. And I think they're going to get Morey over the back.
Yep, so that will be Morey's second foul. So Nevaeh Green still without a single foul. So maybe we can get Morey to pick up her third and maybe have some bench time.
Maybe I would have when I was 18, but now at 40-something. Here's Horning inbounds, up the floor, trying to save it from going out of bounds on a long pass. Cannot. It'll go back to the Vikings. Now at 40-something, I would not attempt to pull off the Daisy Duke shirtless look. I don't think that's good for anyone.
I'll look forward to it next Halloween, Aaron.
Some of those guys, you ever like look in the stands in an NFL game? There's some interesting things that happen there, sir.
Yes.
Here's Curtis up top on a drive, dumps it off right circle to Shelton. Underneath Morey over Stallman. High off the window, won't go, right baseline. Rebound Taryn Horning.
Great job by Stallman altering the shot.
Ahead to Marin Lackey up the far side of the floor. Marin stops, left side circle, out front Horning. Little T drives into Stallman. In the corner to CB, and Charlie knocks down the three. Second tray of the game, and Buhler scores first in the second half. It's 33-20.
Great kick out that time by Emmy Stallman to Charlie Baxter, and the Lady Crusaders have got it down to a 13-point lead.
And Coach Vinjon wants a timeout here. 33-20, timeout. 5:08 to play in the third. We are back in 1 minute on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports.
Call us at Johnson Sheet Metal or stop by 512 South Main in Hutchinson. We know metal. This is Sarah Johnson, and my family has been in business for 99 years. With a huge stock of different sheets, shapes of steel, stainless, galvanized, and aluminum, Johnson Sheet Metal has what you need. We cut to size, bend, roll, punch, or weld to your specifications, and can make your ag replacement panels too. Johnson Sheet Metal.
Do you need custom shirts, hoodies, polos, or other apparel printed? Whether it's for your sports team, business, or church, 37 Print Co. in Hutch has you covered. Hi, I'm Amanda. Check out our work on Facebook, 37 Print Co. We print shirts.
As your American Family Insurance agent in Hutchinson, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Sheila Metzger, agent at the Sheila Metzger Agency. Call me at 665-0400 and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance.
HKFM.
Well, Charlie Baxter, three. He gets her a career high 8 points in the game. She's an anchor going forward now, I think, in the future years to come for this team.
Yeah, I mean, she was one of the heavy lifters for the 8th grade class last year, and throughout her career, good to see her translating to high school.
Vikings looking into Morey out of the timeout, guarded by Stallman. And Stallman with a hold on the play before the shot of Morey.
Well, even though Stallman got the foul, I'm proud of Emmy inside. She's really starting to alter the shots there and making sure that Morey and Green have contested tries.
Curtis to play it in after the foul. Second on Stallman, 14th foul of the half on the Crusaders. Right corner three is good for Holly McIntyre. And that is the first Viking bucket of the second half, 36-20. Lead back to 16.
Yeah, Lady Crusaders almost got through half the quarter without allowing a score.
Baxter into Stallman. Layup missed. Rebound tapped out of bounds. No. That is off Aaliyah Morey.
Yeah, I'm really proud of Stallman, too, on the offensive end. I mean, she is going through a lot of contact down there.
Faith Miller is coming to the ball game along with Natalia Crafels out of that timeout. Those two with Horning, Baxter, and Stallman. Unless my eyes deceive me, that was off Morey, out of bounds.
I concur.
Vikings in traffic. Morey in that lane over Stallman again. Oh, she has that soft touch, doesn't she?
Yeah.
10 for Aaliyah Morey.
That's one of the things I was talking about between the two bigs, that one of them so athletic.
Here's Baxter, another three, this time from the right wing. In and out, no good. Rebound, Aaliyah Morey. I don't think there's any question that she's all league, huh?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, she was a girl that stood out last year big time as well.
How do you think about her as the best player in the league right now? Right corner three again from McIntyre, and that's good.
She has 3 trays so far tonight.
41-20, and boy, Sometimes you call those timeouts and you pull the right strings, and Vinjon did that time. Now Buhler wants a timeout as the lead has gone to 21, 3:37 to play in the third. We're back in 1 minute on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
Hutch Rec is your community recreation provider. We're passionate in bringing healthy living opportunities through our youth and adult sports, wellness and fitness classes, and senior center at Elmdale Park, the sports arena, plus Hutch Rec downtown. See all of the community spirit and healthy living opportunities Hutch Rec provides your community at hutchrec.com and on our Hutch Rec Facebook page.
Hi, this is Cliff Ray with Ray & Sons Roofing Company, and today I brought our 4-year-old grandson, Brogan. Brogan, did you know Ray & Sons Roofing is 80 years old this year? Do you know what that means?
No, Papa.
It means we have a lot of experience. Brogan, did you know we have been the best of the best every year? You know what that means?
What, Papa?
People trust us, and that's a very good thing. For a free inspection or estimate, go to rayandsons.com.
Roof the right way, the right way.
Hi, this is Dr. Dal Hunt with Buhler Dental Care. You're listening to Crusader Basketball on 95.9 HKFM.
Back here in the third quarter, Buhler ball out of the timeout. Lead is 21 now for the Vikings.
The pass the corner to Ord just too far for Gracie to be able to track it down. So Buhler just held to that one Baxter tray so far here in this third quarter.
An 8-0 Viking run, and now Buhler turns it over again. Well, I mentioned Morey might be the best player in the league this year. I know Alvert is a pretty good player for McPherson, as now the Vikings commit a travel, but just with her skill set, I don't know there's anybody else in the league that size with her skill set, is there?
She is so smooth. I mean, a lot of times post players aren't the most smooth or fluid, and she is just so smooth, such good touch.
Here's Utsi off the bounce to Ord. Gracie fires up a three, in and out, no good. And Morey, the rebound over. Two Crusaders inside, and now traveling the other way of the Vikings.
Yeah, nice job by the Lady Crusaders getting back to forcing the tie-up. That was a situation where they could have easily kind of let off defensively. And
Desa Deveni in, Emmy Stallman out for Buhler. Zariah Driver. And Nevaeh Green returned for Winfield. Ord, Seeley, Horning, Deveni, and Utsi here. Here's Taryn Horning, left wing three, missed. Rebound inside, Desa Deveni, no. Rebound, Nevaeh Green. Well, if you get a second opportunity like that, you got to find a way to make it count.
Yeah, I know if Desa, if she could get that shot back, she would get her feet set a little better.
Driver inside, kicks out Curtis, right wing. Ball stolen away by Taryn Horning. Off to the races, Taryn to the bucket. Curtis catches up with her. She's got great speed and blocks the shot.
Coach Paul's just completely flabbergasted they didn't get a foul there.
We're talking about best players in the league. There's no doubt she's on my all-defensive team, huh?
Yeah, I mean, she just relentless on the defensive end.
Vikings the other way with a floater left short by Holly McIntyre. Mac at 2:06 to play here in the third quarter. This has been a long 8-minute stretch.
Yeah, Lady Crusaders just need to stop the empty possessions.
Ord in the lane with a jump stop missed. Rebound Green, and a whistle from the far side official. What's the call?
That's a frustration foul there for the Lady Crusaders.
It's going to be on Gracie Ord. That'll be her first. Already the team's fifth. Charlie Baxter returning for Buhler. Z. Witcher is in for Winfield, as is Haley Shelton. Viking ball linked to the floor, up by 21.
Well, if you looked at the end of the game, I mean, how many offensive boards, and we're not even through the three quarters, or the end of three. Winfield just doing an awesome job on the offensive glass.
Here is Green against Deveni, right around her into the bucket, and score it for Nevaeh Green. And Buhler with just 3 points so far in this third quarter. And it continues to not go their way, and they turn it over again.
Yeah, Buhler making some longer passes on the offensive end, and Abby Utsi just picked up her fourth foul.
I think that's You said frustration foul. I think you could tag that right there. Amy Stallman, Marin Lackey set to return. Well, this has not been an Abby Ute night after 16 points against El Dorado. And you know, I know it's a young team in development, but I still think Abby Ute has got to be engaged in the offense for them to be successful.
Yeah, she just really hasn't been able to get in a rhythm tonight because she's been battling the foul trouble.
Left wing three missed by Z. Witcher. Rebound Buhler. Here's Kaylin Seeley. Left to right across the timeline near side Ord. Right corner to Charlie Baxter. Baxter driving on Witcher and a reach-in foul on, that is Zariah Driver, who commits her third personal violation.
She's the first Winfield Viking to the 3 foul mark, so maybe that foul trouble will get her off the floor.
Kaylee Myers back for Winfield. Buhler to play it in. It'll be Gracie Ord off the right baseline. Inside, looking for somebody. Skips away from Kaylin Seeley into the hands of a Viking. Another turnover.
And this quarter just kind of snowballing against the Lady Crusaders.
It's been a tough stretch now. Nice job by holding her ground. That time Emmy Stallman forces an awkward shot from Nevaeh Green. Rebound Buhler. Here comes Marin Lackey. Lackey up top. Plays it to Seeley. Boy, that zone has been effective. Seeley dribbling through traffic to the bucket.
Wow.
And a hard foul by Nevaeh Green. Here's how strong Nevaeh Green is. Kaylin Seeley, who's not afraid to go right into the teeth of the defense, into Nevaeh Green, and Green didn't budge.
Yeah, and Kaylin Seeley went for a ride.
Missed the front end of a 1-and-1. Kaylin Seeley after that to foul on Green, her first. Kaylin on the air came in 7 of 10. She'll have one more. Buhler looking for just their 4th point of the quarter. And Kaylin missed them both. Green with a rebound, 43-20. It was 33-17 at halftime. The only bucket in this third quarter. A 3 from Charlie Baxter, and Coach Van John wants a timeout. 41 seconds to go in the quarter, 41-20. We're back at
Wagoneer at Allen Samuels in Hutch. Built for comfort and style with 3rd row seating, adaptive cruise control, passenger touch LED display, hands-free liftgate, keyless entry, and more. Take a test drive today. Need something smaller? We have inventory arriving daily. Check us out at allensamuelshutch.com or stop by at the
Friends.
HKFM.
Back here with 41 seconds to go in the third. Crusader basketball streaming tonight on the Ad Astro Radio app and on the Crusader Sports Network, powered by Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas. This is Z. Witcher off to Kaylee Myers. Near side circle to Haley Shelton. Far side Witcher. Witcher to Driver, baseline layup missed. Rebound, Nevaeh Green. There's another offensive stick back for the Vikings, and it's 45-20.
Yeah, Nevaeh Green has 10 points, and I think almost every single one of them has just been on offensive putback.
Gracie Ord out high. To Marin Lackey, near side Ord. 3 at the buzzer, short. And that'll get us to the end of the third. So 8 minutes to go. A tough third quarter in which the Vikings outscore the Crusaders 12-3. 45-20. Back in 1 minute here on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
If you have not considered Wade Patton Insurance for your homeowner's insurance, you should call on us. Hello, this is Brad Patton here to remind you that we have the independent advantage to find coverage for your home. Buying insurance doesn't have to be an expensive burden, and we will shop our carriers for you and simplify the placement of coverage. We will tailor a policy to your individual needs, take the time to educate you on your coverage, and be sure you're protecting your biggest investment. Stop in our office on the corner of 6th and Main or find us on the web at WadePattonInsurance.com.
We're warming things up at Next Tech Wireless with a great gift. Black Friday and beyond, you'll get a new device on us up to $9.99. That includes the new iPhone 13 Pro and Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3. Bring your number to us and get a $100 Visa gift card today. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is ready to get you set up and will even put a bow on it. Come visit, call, or text us at 877-621-2600. We are Kansas.
HKFM.
Aaron West, Chris Shank, Colton Hines with you tonight from Ollie Thomas Gym in Winfield as we begin the final quarter of this game and score it inside. 2 more for Alea Mori, who's got 12.
Yeah, you'd see right there had to play like a player with 4
Phillips 66, our family has kept motorists on the road for nearly 60 years. Hi, this is Janet Dick, inviting you to stop by our locally owned station at 1215 East 4th in Hutch. Dick's offers top-tier gasoline, grab-and-go food options, and friendly service. Wherever you're headed, every journey begins with a stop at Dick's Phillips 66, 4th and Stevens in Hutch.
Hi, this is Dr. Dal Hunt with Buhler Dental Care. You're listening to Crusader Basketball on 95.9 HKFM.
Vikings to play it in, 2:03 to go. And Nevaeh Green out there. Looking to Kaylee Myers, guarded by Horning. Near side circle is Holly McIntyre. She's had a good night off the bench. Green inside. And they're going to call a foul.
Yeah, that time Nevaeh Green could just kind of feel the pressure, knew if she catapulted something up, she was going to get to the line. Okay, they'll say it was on the floor.
Well, it's so it'll be 1 and 1. Taryn Horning committed the foul, her third. Green at the free throw line and missed. Rebound, Emmy Stallman. Ahead to Gracie Ord. Ord across the timeline, left to right. Over to Seeley on the far side. Here's Kalen driving through 2 defenders. Off to Horning, far side Ord. Near side to Horning. Taryn saved it from going out of bounds. Lost it, got it back. Crayful's in the lane and a whistle and a reach-in foul on Kaylee Myers. Wait, big difference when Crosby Curtis isn't in the game. 2 more Vikings check in as Green will come out along with McIntyre. So Coach Van John worked to the end of his bench now. Horning is out. Faith Miller in. She shoots the 3 from the left corner. Miss. Seeley with a rebound. Mugged inside. Ball out of bounds off of Viking. And that may do it. 23 seconds to go. See if they can get one final shot off here. Gracie Ord to play it in. Into Natty Crayful's jumper missed. Rebound Vikings fall out of bounds with it. And they're going to call that out of bounds off Winfield. Z. Witcher now. 9 seconds left in the game. Ord to play it in, down to 7, down to 5. Here's Miller to Ord. Jumper right baseline, missed, and that'll be the ball game. So the Vikings win it tonight, 52-25. Buhler just 8 second half points after 17 in the first half. Vikings snap a 2-game losing streak. Now 5-4 and 3-2 in the league. They'll be in the Mulvane tournament next week. The Crusaders snap their 1-game win streak. They are now 1-7 and 1-4 in the league, and they'll play Andover in the 3-6 matchup next Thursday, January 20th, at Salina South High School in the SIT. 52-24 in the final. And our postgame begins next here on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
Chat postgame show. Shirt Shack, where the shirt hits the fans. Coming up, the Wifco Steel Products Player of the Game. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Crusader basketball on HKFM.
For more than 90 years, Hutchinson Community College has been the premier 2-year educational institution in Kansas, offering the highest quality education at an exceptional value. Schedule a personal campus tour today to learn more about what we have to offer. Visit hutchcc.edu/admissions for more information.
We're warming things up at Next Tech Wireless with a great gift. Black Friday and beyond, you'll get a new device on us up to $9.99. That includes the new iPhone 13 Pro and Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3. Bring your number to us and get a $100 Visa gift card today. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is ready to get you set up and will even put a bow on it. Come visit, call, or text us at 877-621-2600. We are Kansas.
Hi, this is Jen Stallman with the Buhler Booster Club. Check out the Crusader Closet at our next home football game. Our customized designs and inventory are updated continually. From seats to blankets, t-shirts and sweatshirts, shorts and joggers, Crusader Closet has you covered for all things Buhler. All sales support our Crusader students through the Buhler Booster Club. Like the Buhler High School Booster Club page on Facebook to keep up to date and outfit your entire family with the Buhler gear they want at the Crusader Closet.
At Midway Motors, we believe in being there for our customers for every mile of life.
Hey, it's Gabe here from Midway Motors. We want to make maintaining your vehicle simple. Our discounted maintenance package has 4 oil changes and tire rotations for only $199. That's over $62 in savings. Every oil change also comes with a textable video inspection, free pickup and drop-off, and mobile pay. Your time is important, so let Midway Motors take the hassle out of caring for your vehicle. See us in Hutchinson, McPherson, Newton, Hillsboro, or at midwaymotors.com. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Hi, this is Dr. Dal Hunt with Buhler Dental Care. You're listening to Crusader Basketball on 95.9 HKFM.
And back here in our postgame, I was watching Jaden Gillette over there trying to get everything added up in the scorebook. She's got her calculator out there working pretty hard. Smoke coming out of her ears. I don't know if you saw that. But
no, I missed it. I was busy updating all our other scoreboard folks.
Burning some lead on her pencil over there and trying to get scorebook right as Winfield wins it tonight. 52-25. Let's bring you our final totals, brought to you by Adams Brown Strategic Allies and CPAs. Proudly serving businesses in Kansas for the past 70 years. Online at adamsbrownCPA.com. Vikings go 4 of 8 at the free throw line tonight. Buhler 0 of 4. Even in the three-point department at 12 apiece. And we don't have the official rebounding numbers, but I'm sure that, the offensive rebounds, at least it seemed that way in the game for the Vikings tonight. Very one-handed. They just, they're so good. Really kind of a two-headed monster. And on one hand, so good at using that size inside. And then the defense of Curtis and Driver out front. In that zone, really make it hard to get into your offense.
Yeah, I mean, they literally have a great setup to run a 2-3 because they've got, in order to run a good 2-3, you got to have 2 active guards up top. They've got that, and then having the big gals inside to protect the rim and just clear the glass. That 2-3, masterful job tonight by Coach Van John running that.
Buhler still struggling in the turnover department, and then of course we talked about all game. Green and Morey in double figures inside, and hopefully they'll get there eventually. But right now, as freshmen, Buhler just doesn't have. I thought Stallman maybe did the best job as you talked about, but they really just for the most part don't have the physicality and the size inside to match up with those two.
Yeah, no, I got to give hats off, tip of the cap to Emmy Stallman tonight. She probably did her best job defending inside, but it's tough because, she wasn't out there the whole game, and just both those players, Green and Morey, both very active and talented offensive players.
Individually, Aaliyah Morey led all scores with 14 points. Nevaeh Green also in double figures with 10. Kaylee Myers had 2. Crosby Curtis with 6. Haley Shelton with 3. Elm Albick with 2, Holly McIntyre with 9, and Zariah Driver with 6. Game high honors for the Crusaders went to Charlie Baxter. She set a career high tonight with 8. Gracie Ord with 2, Natalia Krafels with 6, Erin Lackey with 3, Faith Miller with 3, and Abby Utsi with 2. Buhler falls 52-25. Still some winnable games out there. They, depending on who they match up with in the later rounds of the SIT, and collegiate certainly. Heston's not great this year, and then I think they could pick a couple off second time through the league. It's just still trying to figure some things out, in particular that guard play, and I think how to handle the pressure, how to play against the zone, and how to handle the press.
Yeah.
A couple of things they still got to work on. All right, we'll come back. Our play and the player of the game to wrap things up right after this on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
More of the Shirt Shack postgame show coming up on HKFM. Stream tonight's game live on your smartphone or tablet with the Ad Astra radio app and on your smart speaker with TuneIn. Powered by Next Tech Wireless.
I have children that are younger in grade school, and then I have high school children who go to see Dr. Ediger. I was super impressed with how he made my daughter feel so comfortable. Dr. Ediger is great with all ages. He does an awesome job.
Hi, this is Dr. Corey Ediger, inviting you and your family to call me at 663-9136. That's 663-9136. Or stop by my office on East 30th to make an appointment today at Ediger Family Dental.
Where patients come first.
At Adams Brown, our clients are the center of everything we do. Hi, this is Brett Henry. If you farm or in the agriculture, healthcare, construction, real estate, or own your own business, we'd love to talk to see how we can help your operation. Adams Brown, Strategic Allies and CPAs, above and beyond.
We're here to keep you rolling. Rod's Tire and Service.
This is Rod from Rod's Tire and Service in Hillsboro. First responders, we appreciate all that you do to keep us safe. Your one-stop complete source for tires is Rod's Tire and Service in Hillsboro.
We're here to keep you rolling. Rod's Tire and Service.
HKFM.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back as we wrap things up here on our post-game tonight. Crusader basketball brought to you in part by Apple Lane Animal Hospital, by Erickson Custom Building, by Yoder Meats, by McKenzie Paint and Body, and by the Photo Cowboy. We'll get to our player of the game here in just a minute as Coach Pauls is going to join us to give his thoughts. Certainly, Coach, you come off the high of Tuesday night against El Dorado, and then thought hung with them right there in the first quarter, but, man, physically they're just so tough to match up with on the inside.
Right. We talked a lot today and this week about continuing with that momentum that we had against El Dorado, and in the first quarter it was pretty evident we had it. It was there, and like you said, those 15 and 23 are pretty solid girls, and like you said, they kind of overpowered us, and there's some adjustments we as a staff should have probably made earlier than we did. But credit to them, they definitely deserve the win tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, you get through the first time through the league, you go through the second time here coming up in February. Think that some things that you guys have learned, gotten better at, or can get better at, can apply to maybe grab one or two more of those the second time through the league. You were really competitive, I know, the first time against Circle, and certainly right. Augusta as well. So.
Right, yeah, that's what we just talked about in the locker room, is we're going to see everyone one more time, and we believe that although nights like tonight are tough, we believe that we've gotten better every week, and we're setting goals to win some games this second time through the schedule, and hopefully close the gaps on some of these games.
A couple of your kids, I love the toughness of Charlie Baxter, and just how she plays. And I think going forward, as she matures and develops in coming years, she's going to be a really key piece for you.
If you know Charlie Baxter and you see how Charlie Baxter works in the summer and in all school year during weights and at practice, there's never a day off for Charlie. And it's contagious, and we see it with some of the girls on our team that are starting to buy into that mindset of working every day like Charlie does. And if you've got a team full of girls that work like that, then the future is going to be bright.
And we kind of gave not a kid that gets a ton of attention all the time, but I thought all your kids against Nevaeh Green, 15 inside, who's just so tough. I thought Emmy Stallman did as good a job defensively as any of them did. So.
Absolutely. Emmy, her role it's tough for her. I mean, some games she's playing like she did tonight, where she's out there for 3 or 4 quarters, and then sometimes she never hears her name called, but Emmy's ready every time, and it says a lot about a kid that she doesn't know if she's going to play or not, but she stepped up, and I agree, she's our best defensive player tonight, and was physical and boxing out, and Emmy had a great night defensively.
All right, Coach. Well, hopefully you get your mate back on the bench here soon, and I know it was a tough week for her, but
right. We're ready to get her back, and like you said, it's been tough for her. She's very active, and being stuck at home is not easy, but we're thinking about her, and I'm really ready to get her back with the team.
Well, look forward to the SIT, and you get some time off here before Thursday, so look forward to that, and see you next Thursday in Salina.
All right, thank you.
It's Coach Sam Paul's with us as we wrap up our coverage here. Let's get to our play and the player of the game. A couple of plays we'll highlight here, including Natalia Krafels had a couple of key buckets in the game, including the opening bucket for the Crusaders early in the first quarter. We'll have a third try here on the offensive end, looking for their first bucket. Yutzi inside, dumps it to Krafels, jumper good.
Great.
And that was the opening bucket, tied the game at 2-2, 5:35 to go in the first. The other play is our Dix Phillip 66 Phillip of the game tonight. Phillip on top-tier gasoline, snacks, and more at Dix Phillip 66. Family owned at 4th and Stevens in Hutchinson. Big shot for Marin Lackey mid-first quarter to give Buhler their only lead. Got to force her the other way. Here's Lackey for three on the offensive end and score it for Marin.
Great.
And that was a three at the 2:25 mark that gave Buhler their one lead tonight at 10-9. Good first 4.5, 5, 6 minutes of the game. Unfortunately, Winfield went on a 9-0 run there at the end of that first quarter, and that really kind of set the tone for the rest of the game. But Marin Lackey with our Dix Phillip 66 Phillip of the game tonight. And then our WIFCO Steel Products player of the game, from storage tanks to steel walkways, stairways, and platforms. WIFCO Steel Products, the expert in steel fabrication, online at wifcosb.com. And I know we've gloated on her a little bit tonight, but Charlie Baxter does a little bit of everything and finished the game with 8 points. So tough loss. We'll regroup and get ready for the SIT coming up next week. Lady Crusaders will play Thursday afternoon at Salina South at 3 o'clock against Andover. That is the 3-6 matchup, 3 o'clock on Thursday. Then the guys have the late tip at South High School. They're the top seed against 8 seed South. That'll be a 7:30 game next Thursday. Join us beginning at 2:30 on Thursday with our coverage here on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network. Colton Hines doing double duty tonight. Normally there's two of you over there running camera and taking care of the computer, but good job tonight, buddy. Thanks for your work as always.
Thank you very much, Aaron.
And our debaters, right? State debate. Good luck to those guys tomorrow.
I heard a little from Caden today, and he was telling me that they have a good chance at capturing third, but they're still continuing tomorrow morning. So good luck to those guys.
All right, that'll be fantastic, absolutely. I know Chris's son Calvin is there doing some debate stuff. So, and good luck to the C team, right? Cheney, you said they tip at 9 tomorrow?
They tip at 9 tomorrow. The field, it's going to be a tough field. You got Central Plains, Garden Plain, and Cheney. So
those are like perennial power teams.
Yes, so it'll be fun too, because you're getting to see some schools that we don't typically get to see in any athletic competition.
Well, I just think about this, and we talk about our freshmen. You think they should typically be playing on a freshman or a C team. How good that team could be if they had their full complement of players.
So, there's a lot of gals that are getting baptized by fire this year.
Well, sometimes that's a good way to go, and we'll see. Time will tell. Fellas, thanks so much, and safe travels home. We'll see you next Thursday in Salina for the SIT.
Knock on some wood, Aaron.
That we'll see you there?
Well, no, just with how the schedules have been getting.
Oh, with the COVID crazy.
Yes. Say your prayers this weekend. Go to church.
Everybody go home and breathe on nobody.
Dr. West prescription there.
All right. For Chris Shank, Colton Hines, Aaron West, Heath Schroeder, our studio producer, engineer, thanks so much for tuning into our broadcast. We'll see you Thursday for Crusader basketball from the SIT here on HKFM of the Crusader Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dal Hunt with Buhler Dental Care. At Buhler Dental Care, we have great registered hygienists to help schedule your family for convenience. You will receive high-quality dental care and build a positive relationship with our experienced staff in a pleasant